Thank you. This is called In a Row, and the first part of the poem makes a reference to something that's hidden and then becomes clear. It's an older poem, I suppose, about 10 years or so, from 12 years of that fun that we were having in Nicaragua, or proxy fun. In a row. The mailman handing me a letter, he paid a little. My daughter's third-grade teacher, the electrician putting a light over my back door, they paid as well. The woman at the bank who cashes my check, she paid a part of it. The typist in my office, the janitor sweeping the floor, they paid some too. The movie star paid for it. The nurse, the nun, the saint, they all paid for it. A photograph from Central America, 6 children lying neatly in a row. One day I was teaching, or I sold a book review, or I gave a lecture, and some of the money came to me, and some rolled off into the world. But it was still my money, the result of my labor. Each coin still had my name printed across it, and I went on living, passing my days in a box with a tight lid. But elsewhere, skulking through tall grass, a dozen men approached the village. It was hot. The men made no noise. See that one's cap? See the button on that other man's shirt? Hear the click of the cartridge as it slides into its chamber? See the handkerchief which that man uses to wipe his brow? I paid for that one. That one belongs to me. The community. Had it worked well even once, can one point to a golden age of good times? Whatever the case, the arms decided at last to separate themselves. They were not like the others. They had their own tastes and ambitions, pleasures the other could never appreciate. The legs went next, alleging a life of agony within the community. Hadn't they done the lion's share of work while forced to survive at the very bottom of the human pile? Then the ribs went, the ears went, the legs extracted themselves and took the heart because they needed a servant. The balls appropriated the prick because they wanted a bully. The eyes invited the nose out of long friendship. Kidneys took the liver, leaving the tongue in the service of the lips. The teeth marched off to form their own village. For a while, everybody lived peacefully, but then one heard that the hands had always felt abused by the arms, and only the knees claimed the knees knew what was good for knees. If the feet felt downtrodden, then what about the toes who left to form a community of 10? And what about the toenails who without doubt understood best what did best for toenails? But after these further divisions, everybody for a short time lived happily. Better not sing if it meant being bossed by the tongue. Better not feel if it meant being beaten by the heart. Better not lust if it meant being yanked up and downstairs by the prick. But soon came additional discord. Knuckles could only be happy with other knuckles. Hair built its own hair ghetto. Blood oozed in its own private pool. Ponder the final drama of the teeth. How could they have dreamt of life together? Could the molars ever appreciate the true heart of the incisors? Weren't the bicuspids destined to live alone? And then the lower began to quarrel with the upper. The left disparaged the right. Stomach teeth, eye teeth, wisdom teeth, baby teeth. Consider the 2 canines faced off on a dusty plain, stamping and snarling and beating their chests. And I'm going to end with a poem called Freight Cars. Once Taking a train into Chicago from the west, I saw a message scrawled on a wall in the railway yard, "Tommy, call home. We need you." And for years I have worried, imagining the worst scenarios. Beneath the message was a number written in red chalk, although at 18, who was I to call? And at 46, who was left to listen? But Tommy, I think of him still traveling out in the country, riding freight car after freight car, just squeaking by in pursuit of some private quest. That's the problem, isn't it? Coming into the world and imagining some destination for oneself, some place to make all the rest all right, as we cast aside those who love us, and they cast aside others in their turn, and all of us wandering in a direction which only our vanity claims to be forward, while the messages fall away like pathetic cries. Come back. Call home. We need you. Thank you. Thank you very much.